Other results, let's get right into this. Manny Pacquiao defeats in 12 rounds, once again defeats Marco Antonio Barrera in Barrera's last fight.
Retires.
Barrera retires. Already said before the fight he was going to, pretty much.
And that he might have a farewell fight. He said no to that now, so that could change. You never know on that.
Never know. Never know. Until he's
way.
dead, he could always come back.
Yeah,
but anyhow...
Great fight for Pacquiao. Barrera, the few times he did exchange with him and
I scored
go after him.
10 rounds to 2 for Pacquiao. I was surprised it was that wide, considering that Barrera was actually keeping his composure the whole fight, pretty much.
Barrera just should have gone all after him like he used to do to people. I mean, every time he did, very few times, he actually did send Pacquiao back, and he would hit him quite a bit. So
for his last fight, I thought he definitely should have gone after him all out, because even if he lost going out on his shield, even if he would have gotten knocked out, it would have been more like the Barrera you really think of.
Exactly.
The Barrera that goes to war, go out in a blaze of glory. That's how...
Like Morales did.
Yeah, so. Go out like that rather than... Not to say I want to see Barrera get knocked out, but he wasn't being effective with his style. Ultimately, he just wasn't being effective. He wasn't winning the rounds, wasn't active enough.
Yeah, Pacquiao was too fast.
Too fast, too strong. Barrera gave him way too much respect.
Yeah. Well, and I actually thought Pacquiao might be a little unfocused for this fight with all the stuff that's been going on, but he kept his focus right on the fight and did a great job. So he's able to separate his outside the ring issues with the...
And he tried to make it a fight. Now, one thing that did not look good for Barrera, this being his last fight, he did an illegal shot on the break. I thought a point deduction... I actually kind of had to agree with the point deduction with just how blatant and disrespectful the shot was. I was actually fine with the point deduction. I thought Pacquiao did kind of fake how much it hurt him, because whenever he first got hurt, he looked fine. It was a very delayed reaction, enough delayed that it looked like once he turned his back on Barrera and the ref after the shot, it looked like he looked down at his corner and they maybe told him, act like you're hurt.
Not that he needed the point to be taken away from Barrera.
No, he
was
didn't.
Well ahead.
But it didn't look good for Barrera to even go to resort to such tactics, especially in his last fight.
Just frustrated, obviously. So.
Anyhow, also on the undercard we had Steven Luevanano or whatever his Luevano beat Antonio Davis pretty senseless, not senseless, but he just outboxed him most of the fight, dropped him in the 11th. He looks like a decent featherweight, nothing spectacular about him, just real basic, good fighting style, I suppose. He's a good boxer. Featherweight, they're pretty empty right now, so
maybe he can do something.
Maybe, he's already done something, so, anyhow,
beat Nicky Cook.
Then this guy they're trying to shove down our throats, and I'm not going to let him. Don't you let him. Librado Andrade got a 7th round TKO win over Yusuf Mack after getting knocked down in the first round by Yusuf Mack. And I was hoping Mack would go ahead and finish him off so we wouldn't have to see any more of Andrade, because I have no doubt Mack will lose to people, so I wasn't worried about that. But I just really have a feeling, I'm not saying it, but I am. I think Mack maybe someone got to Mack before the fight and told him, if you start winning, you better lose. Because he had Andrade hurt, and he just backed off of him completely.
Yeah. And
especially in the 2nd and 3rd rounds, he just completely, it was like he quit fighting. Yeah. And I just wonder, he got knocked down 3 times in the 7th round. The 3rd knockdown looked more like a quidditch type of, okay, screw this. Because the punch really didn't look that good, the one that put him down. He should have stayed down to the first one or something, but...
Who knows? I didn't even watch this.
The commentators compared Andrade to Antonio Margarito.
Very good comparison.
I agree.
Yes.
Okay, I'll leave it at that.
Yep.
Anyhow,
You
Forbes.
can figure it out.
Steve Forbes Bojado also unfortunately picked this fight correctly. Forbes got a 10-round split decision victory over Bojado. I scored the first 6 rounds of this fight. 7th round, I quit scoring it for some reason. I
haven't scored it yet either. Bojado was landing the more effective punches because he hits harder, obviously. So, and he did land more, I believe, total during the fight, but.
Yeah, I don't
some
know.
Of the rounds were very close.
It was close. It was close enough. I really could see a win for Forbes or a win for Bojado or a draw.
Yeah. So far, it looks.
It was a 10-rounder. I think if it had been a 12-rounder, Bojado probably would have won convincingly. But since it was a 10-rounder, I do think it was close enough. Either one could have got it. Hopefully Bojado just uses this as a learning experience.
Yes.
Congratulations, Forbes, I guess.
Bojado's still young, so he's got plenty of time. So
very young. Okay, also Vicente Escobedo got an 8th round unanimous decision.
Yeah,
would have liked that over the Andrade or the
Bojado.
yeah, especially the Andrade. Yeah. But yeah.